This is about how to do the different calculations for the three buckets of financial situations for the family. First up is the cost of college calculation. You needed to have found a particular college of the family's choice and then go on the internet to actually find out what the current cost of the college is. Notice in this example is broken into tuition, fees, and housing. Sometimes a family is only wanting to pay for part of this. If they're wanting to pay for it all, you have to add all of these together. The formula for using is our compound interest formula. So you write it as well as what each of the values are. Now for college cost, the interest rate is always 3.1%. And then you have to calculate the cost if they're paying for all 4 years for each of those years when the kid actually gets there. So in this particular example, the child will enter college 10 years from now. So I calculated for year 10, year 11, year 12, year 13, and then I added all 4 of those costs together to get my total. For the back, when you're actually calculating for the savings accumulated for college, you need to know exactly how much they have currently saved and how much they want to put away a month. Depending on the investment vehicle you recommend, the interest rate that they would get on that changes. So make sure that you are saying in your overview which investment vehicle you are using and what that interest rate is. It's very easy to find. There is some links in Google Classroom that can help you with the different types of places to find interest rates for vehicles. But remember, Ms. Laura Payne actually explains in her document the different investment vehicles. So make sure you check that out. But this is the base compound interest formula for monthly amounts saved. So again, you write that formula, you plug in the values, and you find the answer. When it comes to amount needed to save to reach a particular goal, in this instance, you need to use the total you found on the front side for the future cost of college, and then again, the interest rate that matches the investment vehicle you're using, and the time that is going to be for the kid to enter college. You put that in the formula, press enter, and it tells you how much the parents will need to save a month. That's the 3 main calculations for college planning. If you're trying to help your family get out of debt, they actually have a loan that's for college. That's a little different. There is 2 formulas you're using for it. The first one is accelerating a college loan. You need to know how much is their current balance on their loan, the interest rate they're paying, what their current payment is, and how much they want to accelerate by. So in this instance, the current cost of the payment for the loan is $105. They want to add $50 a month to that, so that would make the accelerated payment $155. Again, you turn the interest rate into divided by 12. You have the actual amount of the accelerated payment, not the current payment, and then how much is the balance of the loan. Plug that into this formula, and it will give you how many months it will be before the loan is paid off. Always convert that to years. For the second calculation, it's the payment needed to pay off by a certain date. So your client should have told you that they may want to pay off the loan by a certain time frame. If this is the case, you need the current loan, that time frame, and the interest rate. Again, you don't have to have the time frame written in these blanks, but you do need it for the formal calculation. As you notice, N is 24, which means this family wants to pay it off in 2 years. Again, you just use this formula, which gives you the payment that you need to make, plug it in, and this is saying that to pay it off in 2 years, this family would need to pay $168.53. Final possible financial situation for your family is home planning. They might want to accelerate a mortgage, or they might want to save for a future home. So when it comes to accelerating a mortgage, it's very similar to the college debt. You need the current cost of the home, the interest rate, the current payment, And for the current payment, you actually need principal and interest only, and your family may not have given you that. If that is the case, it's okay. You can go back and ask, or you can just say the current payment and make it the same as accelerated payment. Or you can add a little bit more to the accelerated payment. But do know that inside of their mortgage loan, they are paying principal and interest. Now, there is a website that you can use to actually find out what a principal and interest would be given a loan amount and its interest rate. Again, you could find that in the written document on Google Classroom. Now, once you have all of these pieces, again, you use this formula, you plug it in, and it tells you how many months it will be before they pay it off. And again, you switch that to years. If a client has a certain time that they want to pay off the house, meaning they want to pay it off in 10 years as opposed to 30 or 15 years instead of 30, well, you need still the cost of the home and the interest rate that they're paying. You use the time frame that they told you, plug it into the formula, and in this family's instance, they're going to have to pay $1,444.96 a month to pay it off in 10 years. If the family on the backside of the form is wanting to save for a home, it is very similar to saving for a college. You use the same formula. You need how much they've saved so far and how much they want to put a month. Plug it in, given the savings vehicle you're recommending, using that interest rate, and that will give you the value. Last but not least, if they want a certain goal and they don't know how much they want to put aside, or they want a certain goal and you just want to tell them how much it'll take, you write the goal. Again, how long is it before they want to have this money? Plug it in and it'll tell you how much they need to save a month to reach that goal. Again, there is written step-by-step information for all of these pieces on Google Classroom.